Today is a Friday, January 24, 2025. Trump targets DEI and voids landmark civil rights protection. In a sweeping move, President Donald Trump has set his sights on dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs across the federal government while also revoking a key civil rights-era rule protecting workers from discrimination. Among the executive orders issued since his inauguration on January 20, Trump's order titled Ending Illegal Discrimination and Restoring Merit-Based Opportunity has caused significant alarm among civil rights advocates. Signed on January 21, the order rescinds the 1965 Equal Employment Opportunity (EEO) rule, a cornerstone of workplace anti-discrimination protections introduced under President Lyndon B. Johnson. The EEO rule prohibited federal contractors who employ 3.7 million workers nationwide from discriminating based on race, gender, and other protected characteristics in hiring, pay, promotions, and other employment practices. Why this matters? Revoking this 60-year-old protection marks a major shift in federal workplace policies. Critics argue the move jeopardizes the fundamental right of workers to employment free from discrimination. Fatima Goss-Graves, CEO of the National Women's Law Center, called the action stunning, adding, "This goes beyond targeting DEI. It challenges the basic idea that workplaces should be free from discrimination, a principle we agreed upon 60 years ago." What was the Equal Employment Opportunity Rule? The EEO rule required federal contractors to take affirmative action to ensure workers weren't discriminated against based on race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or national origin. The Department of Labor was responsible for enforcing these standards, making it a key enforcement tool against workplace discrimination. Implications for workers. While discrimination remains illegal under federal law, labor experts warn that rescinding the EEO rule could weaken enforcement mechanisms. Josh Boxerman, Government Affairs Manager at the National Employment Law Project, explained. Taking away the set of tools puts workers at a disadvantage, especially those employed by federal contractors. It could also discourage workers from coming forward with complaints. Impact on the private sector. Although the EEO rule primarily applied to federal contractors, its revocation could ripple into private industry. Alex Hontos, a government contracting expert at Dorsey & Whitney, noted, "This move is part of a broader effort. It signals a plan to extend scrutiny and enforcement actions to private sector DEI programs." Private companies such as Meta, Ford, and Walmart have already scaled back DEI initiatives amid mounting legal challenges and a 2023 Supreme Court ruling that banned affirmative action in college admissions. Trump's stated reasons for revoking DEI and EEO. According to the Trump administration, these actions aim to restore a merit-based hiring system. Trump's executive order states, DEI policies have led to illegal, pernicious discrimination that prioritizes how people were born over their capabilities. This administration is committed to protecting civil rights and promoting individual excellence and initiative. Legal experts argue, however, that eliminating DEI and EEO protections could create an environment where discriminatory practices are harder to detect and challenge. Broader impact on DEI programs. The executive order has forced federal agencies to dismantle their DEI programs rapidly. By January 24, agencies had to place all DEI staff on leave, remove DEIA content from public-facing platforms, cancel DEI-related training and contracts. The directive also mandates agencies to investigate and pursue civil compliance actions against private organizations with DEI initiatives, sparking concern over government overreach. NELP's Boxerman criticized this approach, stating, "This seems like an attempt to name and shame companies doing the right thing for workplace equity." Looking ahead, the revocation of the EEO rule and the attack on DEI programs signal a fundamental shift in federal workplace policies, potentially undermining decades of progress in civil rights protections. Critics argue that these actions could embolden discrimination and erode trust in workplace fairness and equality. With these dramatic changes, the future of workplace equity in the United States remains uncertain. Advocates for civil rights and labor protections are bracing for further challenges to foundational principles established during the civil rights era. Thanks for watching and subscribing to the channel.